First off, she's not a Pokemon. She's a waifu. What is going on, pop-up gang? Welcome back to a new video on here on Cantare. Today I thought it would be fun that we'll go over this unit called Casey, as you can tell from that intro. So with that being said, let me say this before we get into this video. If you are free to play, this will definitely help you. If you aren't free to play, you honestly do not have to watch this video unless you are a fan of who? I'm waiting. Yeah, Casey. All right, so let's jump right into it. Casey is a wonderful fire/skill unit who makes people bleed. So when it comes to her earrings, you definitely want something that gives her debuff accuracy. Okay, she's very debuffy, if you know what I mean. All right. This was a set that I ran on Casey until I got to Kuvara 7 and Salamander 7, if I'm not mistaken. 7 or 8, stages 7 or 8, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, she definitely helped a lot with that. And guess what? She's one of the few S units that have a special attack. But we're going to get into skills in a second. So with that being said, you guys can definitely change her equipment. You can give her more HP, give her the destructive set, anything that you guys want her to have. Change it up, switch it up, play around, do what you want, see what works really well with her. But this was the set I used on her and it worked really well. So, you know, play around, dibble dabble. On this artifact, you see she gets the counter rate and the armor crash. And then this one, she gets a debuff accuracy, attack, and counter rate, which completes the damage set. Now, when it comes to her relics, I would suggest relics such as all of those relics that I showed you are giving her more survivability and enhancing her skill attacks. So Casey's first skill, her electric shock, is going to target one opponent and cause bleeding on them for 2 turns. And the probability that that will happen is 70%. Now her second skill is going to attack one opponent as well, just like the first one, and boost all weakening status on the opponent for 2 turns. Which brings us to the next point that I love Casey. Because you can spam skill 2 and have her on bleeding and burn teams and just go off. Next, her skill 3, Casey on the stage. She attacks all opponents with 110% attack and decreases their defense by 90% and attack by 30% with 80% probability for 2 turns. Now, as you guys can see, her probability is really high. Her special attack attacks 2 opponents with 150% attack and boosts 30% attack of all allies for 2 turns. So she is buffing your team as well. Okay, she's debuffing and she's buffing. She is just helping the team all around. This is currently her tree. It's not done, but yeah. Oh, almost forgot to go over her passives. So the first passive does 15% attack boost, 15% debuff accuracy boost. Can't go wrong with that. And her second passive will put the opponent in a status of bleeding by 30% attack with 100% probability for 2 turns when a crit hit occurs. Which brings me to say you can also run her with a destructive set. So before we get into some gameplay with her, I would like to show you guys the first few pulls I did on my free-to-play account. This was on the new banner with Chloris and ROCKCRAWLER. While we're on this topic, ROCKCRAWLER and Chloris are both amazing units. So please, I've seen YouTubers telling you not to pull on this banner. Wait on the next upcoming ones. Well, no, you don't have to wait on the next upcoming ones. Summon if you need these units because they're both amazing. Do you see the amount of luck this count has? It's ridiculous. Time for some gameplay. We're gonna jump into ROCKCRAWLER's Hero Dungeon now with Casey. Enjoy. So now we're gonna jump into some team PvP runs. Now, I've been farming this stage just for the skill upgrades, so this is Casey in normal mode. So now we're going to jump into some Guild Labyrinth, aka Guild Boss. We're gonna switch over to my free play account, and I have an announcement. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please leave your thoughts and comments at the bottom of the screen about Casey. Do you use her? Will you use her? Will you upgrade her to SS? Let me know. Or maybe even SSS. So guys, I was left this guild, Brazers. Yes, you guys probably watched some of their films. Yeah, sorry. Something got caught in my throat. But yeah, you guys probably watched some of their films, but that's not the point. This guild was left to me. Wasn't originally my guild. Didn't want another guild to run, but hey, I have it now. So please apply today if you need a guild. But you know what I always say? Keep on gaming.